Today we salute our veteran servicemen and women who fought valiantly in World War I. Though it was a tough battle, the day represents victory and much celebration. Keep watching to know how we honor the Jamaicans who fought back then. Hello and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I am Adrian Atkinson. Also in the show, we look at the integration of services within the public sector to process the trading of goods and discuss measures to help you make wise financial decisions. All these after the news.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, November 11, 2021. The Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ, has launched an online digital marketplace to create a one-stop shop where micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, can find the solutions and supplies they need to go digital. The DBJ signed an agreement with Jamaica Technology and Digital Alliance on Wednesday to officially launch the Go Digital Marketplace. It can be accessed at godigitaljm.com. DBJ's Managing Director, Milverton Reynolds, says this initiative is another element of the bank's SERVE program, which was designed to ease the struggles that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused on small businesses.
We can see for ourselves that the impact has been particularly hard because of the way we do business. The pandemic has taught us that if existing businesses are to survive, and if they are to start new ones, change is crucial.
He says the new website will stimulate a sustainable private sector-led business-to-business market for digitization services, which is one of the critical needs that have arisen from the pandemic.
And to this end, the DBJ entered into an agreement with the Jamaica Technology and Digital Alliance to create a website that will list all the suppliers of goods and services in digital technology right across the island, allowing business owners to, 1, easily identify their digital needs, 2, choose their preferred supplier, 3, get advice and training on how to maneuver themselves and their businesses through the no doubt daunting digital maze.
The initiative has been lauded by Senator Aubin Hill, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Jamaican mango exports increased by over 50% in the 2021 season, with over 680,000 kilograms of East Indian and St. Julian mangoes being exported to Canada, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Valued at US $1.5 million, this represents a 53.3% increase in the volume of mangoes exported over the 2020 period and a 59% increase in earnings. This is in line with the Agriculture Ministry's drive to expand exports and increase the country's foreign exchange earnings. In a release from the ministry, Chief Plant Quarantine Inspector Saniel Wilson Graham says this increase in mango exports can in part be attributed to a resumption of exports to the United Kingdom in April this year, following a 7-year self-imposed ban on mango exports. That was put into effect to prevent a permanent ban on mangoes and other soft fruits. The ministry continues to work through the Plant Quarantine Produce Inspection Branch with farmers across the country to manage fruit flies in their field and minimize the presence of the pest in mangoes. In other news, 248 of the 376 primary and infant schools approved for face-to-face classes have resumed in-person lessons. Education Minister Favour Williams gave the update in Parliament Tuesday, saying most of the schools opened on Monday without any issues. She says those that experienced challenges were mainly due to the heavy rains and flooding in western Jamaica, as well as electrical outages in other areas.
In terms of attendance, the numbers varied across the schools, ranging from 85% at King Western Primary and Infant School to 35% at Rock Hall Primary. We recognize that Monday was the first day of school after a very long time of being out, and so we expect the attendance to improve as the month progresses.
At the same time, Minister Williams says the Yard to Yard Find the Child initiative has been rolled out to locate and re-engage students who have been absent for 100 days or more. Prior to the start of the 2021-2022 academic year, 25,642 of the 40,795 students were found and re-engaged.
We will be collecting data on a daily basis from our schools all over the next 2 weeks to allow us to make an assessment of the opening of other schools. We will discuss the data on an ongoing basis with the Ministry of Health and Wellness as we are guided by them as to additional schools that will be allowed to be open.
Meanwhile, the Education Minister says students aged 12 to 18 years will be inoculated with the COVID-19 vaccine at schools. During Tuesday's sitting of Parliament, she advised that vaccination blitz sites would be set up in schools with school nurses administering the vaccines. Minister Williams says so far, almost 100,000 of the 240,000 students targeted for vaccination have received at least one dose. She says the state is still awaiting the 65% and over fully vaccinated threshold for students to return to full face-to-face classes.
I implore our school leaders, our teachers, our administrators, all the staff at our schools, if you have not already done so, to get vaccinated, so that we can create resilient corridors in our schools. We have seen how the resilient corridors have worked well in the tourism sector, keeping people safe. Let's get vaccinated. Let's get back to life.
At the same time, the minister says other modalities will continue to be utilized for parents who have chosen not to inoculate their children. And finally, remote hearing guidelines have now been introduced for courts as part of the Justice Ministry's efforts to improve access and incorporate greater use of technology in court proceedings. Chief Justice Brian Sykes says the document, which is available in both hard and soft copy, was developed in anticipation of increased virtual court proceedings because of the ongoing pandemic.
What this is, it is a document that is going to guide how persons can gain access to the court remotely and how the court will conduct its proceedings. It's in really simple English, easily understood. It's on our website, so it can be downloaded and taken with you.
Justice Sykes was speaking at the recent handover ceremony of mobile units to the Court Administration Division. He says the guidelines are applicable to all formal court hearings and all formalities apply same as if they were conducted in person. The document was produced through consultation with stakeholders, including the private bar, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, and the Department of Correctional Services. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
The Cannabis Licensing Authority is committed to supporting the creation of a regulatory framework for the growth and sustainability of Jamaica's medical cannabis industry. We carefully assess application forms for businesses and individuals interested in becoming partners in the industry. Along with other ministries, departments of government and agencies, the authority endeavors to preserve the integrity of the industry through compliance. This is all done to ensure that the industry is operating in conformity with Jamaica's international obligations. Call or visit our website to find out more about the work of the Cannabis Licensing Authority.
The Ministry of Finance continues to inform individuals and business operators about policies and programs that will allow them to make wise financial decisions. Here's another in the series of Finance Matters.
Do you have a new business or are you interested in starting a new business? The Jamaica Business Development Corporation strives for a cost-effective and user-friendly means to make business information easily accessible to the micro, small, and medium business community in Jamaica. How can the JBDC help your business during this challenging time? Hey, I'm Daniel Pasley and welcome to Finance Matters. Today I'll be speaking to Mr. Harold Davis, Deputy CEO of the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, about the ways in which JBDC is assisting micro, small, and medium businesses. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the Ministry of Finance on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to see all the episodes and highlights. Mr. Davis, thank you for coming on the program.
Sure. Thank you so much for having us.
Now, what is the role of the JBDC?
Well, the JBDC, established in 2001, we are the premier organization responsible for the development of micro, small, and medium-sized businesses in Jamaica. That means that we have a suite of business services, technical services that will take our MSMEs from concept to market.
Concept to market, I like that.
Yes. From concept, if you come to us with an idea, we'll help you through the ideation process and to where you structure your business and for it to make sense. If you're looking to expand into new markets, if you're looking to develop your product, if you're looking to internationalization, we help you from concept to market.
So basically, the JBDC helps in the hand-holding process.
Absolutely. We have a whole suite of products, including hand-holding, consultation, training. We'll walk with you literally. We'll hold your hand and walk with you through the process to make sure that you move from point A to point B, where point B is closer to business success.
You know, the public sector is on this mission of transformation. How is JBDC involved in this initiative as well?
Wow. You know, transformation is very important in this time, especially with all of what is going on for the last 18 months. We at JBDC have really embarked on some processes to help ourselves in the organization to transform the way in which we do business. For instance, we're seeking to go towards ISO certification.
Now, what does that mean?
International Standards Organization certification. What that means in a nutshell is that we're making sure that all our systems and processes are the right fit to be able to serve our customers better. All our processes make sense internally so that we can carry out our mandate far more efficiently and effectively than before. So that's what ISO is, and in a nutshell. And we have embarked on that journey, and we are close to ISO certification, fingers crossed. A lot of work has happened in the last 12 months to make sure that we are where we are. But apart from the ISO certification journey, which we have been on a digital transformation journey ourselves as JBDC. Because, as you would imagine, we have now to make sure that all our products and services are available digitally. Before the pandemic, we had to offer our services face-to-face, and we go to person's factory and we do consultation and so on.
Yeah.
Now all of those products have to be offered online, which is a journey which we have embarked on. So
what are some of those services?
Well, business consultation, as I mentioned before, business counseling that we do for our clients. Hand holding is when we literally walk with you through the various processes and products that you need to have established to move you from point A to point B. We do product development. We do process development. Product development, we have designers on staff.
Okay.
Yeah, designers and engineers on staff to help you to develop your product, whether it is a physical product or a virtual product. We have engineers on staff to help you develop your process to make sure that your process is efficient. And of course, you know that we have Things Jamaican as well, which is a marketing channel, which is one of the services that we offer under our marketing services suite of products as well, so that 500 plus clients can have their products in Things Jamaican, where we have brick and mortar outlets at Devon House and now in Manly and at our 14 Camp Road office, plus very importantly, online as well. We have Things Jamaican shopping online, which does very, very well, as you would imagine, in this pandemic period.
I want to just go on a little bit more about the Think Jamaica product.
Yes.
Now, for those who don't understand what that is, could you just explain for them what Things Jamaica is?
Well, many persons may know Things Jamaican from Things Jamaican was a company limited and used to be housed at Devon House and used to be at Bumper Hall, where you used to have production processes there. Now, since 2001, JBDC has acquired the ownership of the brand Things Jamaican, and through that brand we have established many physical shops at the airports, at Devon House, and so on. And that channel provides market access to a number of our gift and craft, especially products and clients.
Yes.
Yeah? So through the Things Jamaican channel, we retail approximately 500 plus businesses products through that channel, So it provides market access through this very powerful brand name called Things Jamaican. And like I said before, critical to the suite of products from Things Jamaican is our e-commerce presence, because our e-commerce presence, as you know, everybody has moved online shopping.
Exactly.
Provides now a glorious opportunity for these 500 plus businesses to have a market channel that really reaches the world digitally.
Now, how do persons access this platform?
Right. Well, first of all, you have to be a client of JBDC.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and the process of onboarding you and making sure that we want to make sure that when we offer you a product and service, the product and service is right for you.
Right.
Yeah. So you onboard, and we onboarding process online these days and so on, and we assess that really what you need now is market access, and your product is, of course, fits into the mantra and so on of Things Jamaican. And importantly, by the way, we make sure that the product and service that is offered through Things Jamaican is of the highest possible international standards.
Yeah.
Because for us, it's not about a Jamaican product only per se. Yes, it's 100% Jamaican
but it must meet world-class standards.
It must be world-class standard and be able to stand up beside any product in the world internationally. So we go through a market assessment and a product assessment process for you to enter the process, to enter the Things Jamaican shop itself. And then from that point, the procurement process and all of that type of thing happens to make sure that you have a presence in the store.
So, Mr. Davis, how can we find out more information about the JBDC?
Yeah, man, that part is easy. That part is easy. www.jbdc.net. We have 14 offices right across the island. With our partner agencies, we have offices in most of the main universities through our Small Business Development Center network right across the island into 14 parishes of Jamaica. But the easiest touch point is to come to our website, www.jbdc.net, and you'll have all the information in terms of the numbers that you can call for your respective parish or what your respective area of business interest and so on. So that is easy.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, for coming on the program and sharing the services of the Jamaica Business Development Corporation.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Finance Matters. Remember to follow us on social media at MOF Jamaica and tune in next week as we continue to demystify the economic and fiscal policies and initiatives implemented by the government to empower Jamaicans as we chart a path to Jamaica's economic prosperity.
Even before COVID-19, the government has been streamlining its operations for a more seamless process, making it easier for persons to access its services. One such entity that has been transitioning online is the Jamaica Customs Agency through the Jamaica Single Window for Trade portal.
With the implementation of digital platforms to facilitate trade, the ease of doing business is not just a phrase, but reality. Through the ratification of the Trade Facilitation Agreement, the Government of Jamaica has put systems in place to improve cross-border trade.
This is definitely a step in the right direction.
The following services are available through J-Swift. These include motor vehicle dealership license, heavy-duty equipment import permit, as well as for hydrogen and rare gases. Traders will also be able to access import permits for refined sugar and milk powder, motor vehicle and motorcycle, as well as for chassis and clips. For persons importing plant and plant-based products, such permit is available through J-Swift.
Right now, with the new J-Swift platform, it's a preferred method.
Using this platform, the Jamaica Customs Agency, the Trade Board Limited, and other border regulatory agencies across Jamaica are able to process documents submitted online by traders in a timely manner. That also includes Certificate of Origin.
So currently, the respective parties are able to go online and do a self-registration, providing their details, and that to do with the company to which are being associated. And thereafter, they will have access to a suite of online applications. So whether it is for applying for a permit, applying for a license, or in this case, a certificate of origin, which is involved in exports.
After registering and receiving your user login from the J-Swift platform, the trader is now able to make an application. The system also allows for the attachment of supporting documents.
For example, if you're doing a motor vehicle import application, you'll be required to submit the pre-shipment inspection, the invoice, and of course the other documents, for example, the certificate of registration or title. There are others which will just require simply a commercial invoice, and there are others which will require more details by way of the data that is being submitted on the application form.
The most recent service offered on the J-Swift platform by the Trade Board Limited is that of the Certificate of Origin. The trader will enter the exporter and co-signee details on the general information page of the application. The trader will then complete the special segment, which includes the country of destination, producer or manufacturer details, transport details, followed by the item details page, which will allow the trader to enter each item and commercial description along with the country of origin, the origin criterion, and invoice details. The related invoice must then be uploaded as a supporting document, after which the trader will submit the application and proceed to make payment using the online payment service. The application will thereafter be assigned in real time to an officer for processing. The approved Certificate of Origin with the electronic signature, stamp, and reference number will be available for download once the application has been approved. The trader will also benefit from a system-generated CARICOM invoice with details of the approved products from the Certificate of Origin. If the application consists of clothing and textile, the system will also generate a Certificate of Jamaican Origin, JN2 or JN3, with the relevant details.
There are a list of criteria that we check for based on whenever the clients submit their documents to us. So we check to ensure that both invoice and certificates, the consignee and the the company that is exporting the product is indeed correct. We also check to ensure that no clients will be exporting another client's product, because that can be a breach on our part. Each certifying officer will check to ensure that all products are deemed certified for export for duty-free treatment. Once that is done, we approve the document, and those documents are then sent back to the client via their dashboard, where they are able to print it, and they are also able to upload the same document to the Asikuda system.
Another benefit to using the J-Swift platform is making payments. That can also be done on the system, eliminating the need to go to multiple places for this transaction.
After the payment is done, you will get a verification from the J-Swift platform saying the permit has been paid for and is being processed. So in a day or two, you'd get an email that permit has been approved. So in fact, it doesn't take very long to do the payment. Once the payment has been made and verified, the Trade Board will assign an assessor to work on that application.
Before you are able to submit your certificate of origin on the JSwift system, there's a key element. You would have to complete your product analysis form so that we can tell you if your product qualifies for duty-free treatment. If it does qualify, we will submit a letter to you informing you. But if it does not qualify, we'll still submit a letter to you, but we will guide you and provide you with the necessary information to tell you why.
To help stakeholders maneuver the JSwift platform, the Jamaica Customs Agency is carrying out ongoing training sessions.
Along with the training sessions, what we have done is to prepackage the material. So we do have our YouTube channel that is Learning JSwift, which has quite a bit of the videos, which would guide persons as to use the service. We also have our e-learning platform, that's learning.jswift.gov.jm, where persons can go and register for the online learning platform and of course enroll and go through the training material at their own pace and at their time and convenience.
With JSwift coming online with certificate of origin, the EUR, I am sure that trade will be speeded up.
So far for us, it has been very efficient. It's less time taken up to having to stamp so many documents because it's now digital. And with all of that, we're able to focus on additional duties that we have that is need to be completed at the trade board.
The online services certainly is a step in the right direction. We do understand the constraints of the pandemic and the need for us to provide services that are far more convenient to our citizens or traders.
Jamaica Single Window for Trade, JSwift, enabling faster processing and release of commodities, transparency, trader compliance, reduced cost associated with trade regulatory requirements, while fostering best practice and improving trade standards.
November 11 marks the day when we recognize the sacrifices of war veterans across the world. Remembrance Day, as it is called, marks the end of World War I at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, when the armistice with Germany took effect. Many Jamaicans fought valiantly alongside servicemen from other countries during the two most extensive global conflicts of all time. World War I from 1914 to 1918, and World War II from 1939 to 1945. Through the annual National Poppy Appeal, the Island Council for Jamaica Legion raises funds to maintain the Curfew Home in Newport, Manchester, a residential facility for indigent ex-servicemen and women. This is done through the sale of poppy, which is also used to assist the welfare of other ex-servicemen across the island. So when you see this red and black poppy, take one and drop a contribution in the pan next to it, because it's for a worthy cause. This is where our journey ends, but only for today. Do join us again tomorrow when we'll bring you another informative program. In the meantime, stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm, and while you're online, send us your feedback. Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via tweet at JIS News. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.